break, I'll go get myself a caliber.
Nice.
I don't know what that is, but
it's a fake beer. It's fake Guinness.
It's fine. We're live and I love it. Welcome everyone to the end of the world as we know it. And you know what? I feel fine.
Understood that reference.
I understood that reference.
Dear, oh dear.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, it's just layers of bad.
welcome everyone to this Friday stream of Dragon Age, where we play this wonderful tabletop system that correlates to the beautiful game that BioWare has created. I am your storyteller, Sage, for the evening.
That would make me Bianca, the player named Saharr, the Kunari mage.
And I, Casey, am Bahan, the Kunari rogue.
Morgan, and I play Emmylou, who's your human rogue.
And I'm Riana. I play Athven, who's a warrior elf dad.
Dad class. Well, since Athven wasn't here last time, you all are going to have to share what the heck went down.
What did you kids do?
They needed some serious dad energy too.
It was really
Oh
good.
man,
It was really good. Saharr and I had a blast.
Mm-hmm. We drew some lovely art on the walls.
We drew a lovely. We did a bit of a graffiti in the castle of Redcliffe.
Art.
Okay.
We drew some dicks and
Art.
all
right.
motherfuckers. And then I got a horny ball. Just a ball.
Don't
with,
know if I like that, but
no,
okay.
I love it. It was
All
great.
right.
We went so here's what we did. So we were underground, right? While Bahan and Dorian, if you haven't met him yet, he's so funny. He's really handsome, but oh my god, he's so funny.
He was lovely.
Really lovely. Bit drunk, but really lovely.
Very drunk.
And,
I think everyone was.
I also drank.
I feel like
some wine. Yep.
And then okay, so they were up there doing the actual super important stuff, but Saharr and I were downstairs waiting for them to get done with the super important stuff so we could go meet up with them. So when we were going down there, we were waiting. We did a bit of a graffiti, and then we went and we found a big barracks soldier, and there were all these soldiers in there. And then we literally jammed the door, put jam in the lock. Oh, that was quite clever. And then we found our way into a China room. And Saharr, what did you get? What did you find?
Let me go back into my brain on paper and let me consider.
It was a brooch, right? You got a brooch?
Brooch, yes.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's got wings. It's ruby and encrusted. It's really quite lovely.
It's gorgeous. And I got
it
a
was
bowl.
like the brooch was it looked like a monarch butterfly that had this like ruby body, and it just had these very thin, beautiful gossamer wings that just caught the sunlight so elegantly. Which is when you went,
wow.
I want that.
And I got a bowl that had that has people cooking on it and playing leapfrog. And yeah, so I got a horny ball, and then we met upstairs with Bahan and Dorian and this other witch lady whose name escapes me. It was Crystal Grace, because she was not a lady of the night. And and then Bahan could probably tell you everything that happened with them, because I wasn't there for that.
Crystal Grace killed a bunch of maids.
Oh, right. I didn't know about that.
Gone with them in a corner.
Bahan folded them in half and put them under a table.
Yeah, but that's not important that I did that.
It's neither here nor
Bahan's
there.
secret love of folding dead bodies is not important. Secret love.
Not so secret anymore.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see what else. I killed a demon.
All right, that's really good.
Like, one blow.
That's really good. I'm sorry I missed that.
I do recall the ending of Dorian being sucked into the portal.
Dorian
Yeah.
and the Herald.
That person's important.
As they were, the whole purpose of the mission was to infiltrate Redcliffe Castle in order to take down Alexius, because he is allegedly at the head of some sort of venatory plot.
He was a dick. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alexius of House Dickbag. And so he's the head of this venatory cult, which the venatory that you all have since found out are a cult of blood mages from Tevinter who worship this thing that they have revered and deemed as the Elder One, which you all don't know the nature of yet. It hasn't been established, but it seems to be maybe some kind of archdemon or maybe something associated with Darkspawn. It hasn't become clear yet.
Okay.
But so you all had to weed your way through the castle in order to make it up to the main chamber where the Herald would be having negotiations with Alexius, and you all burst in and slayed all of the guards that were there and managed to corner Alexius. In response, he raised up this amulet and began summoning this vortex that time itself warped around into, and Dorian and the Herald got sucked in. And for all of you who are standing outside of this, something very odd happened. You all had these kind of visions as time and reality itself distorted, and it became very odd, and you all basically foresaw your own fate of how you would die if things were to continue the way that they did. But it wasn't a second later when Dorian and the Herald popped back out again into the chamber of this room. And looking defeated, Alexius had crumpled to his knees, and you all managed to take him prisoner and bring him back to Haven. So, having now secured an alliance with the rebel mages, they have started to filter in and have taken up much more. The Haven is filled up much more, as many refugees from around Ferelden, as well as all of these mages who are kind of kept captive in Redcliffe Castle, have now filtered in. And so tensions have been high in Haven, to say the least. Because there are a lot of, former Templars who look down on mages. And so there have been some brawls, there's been some spats and Colin, who is this blonde-haired, very handsome man who's the head of the Inquisition's fighting forces. He's definitely been trying to keep the peace as best as he can. But, sometimes you just get drunk at the tavern and end up picking a fight.
I mean, what else is there to fucking do? All right.
There, done that.
If I may, I imagined hearing all of this that we were at breakfast, maybe a little bit crowded and cramped while you three are like saying this, and Athven having Audrey on his knee, like kind of feeding her some gross oatmeal while he also eats gross oatmeal, is like, I'm very happy that you all are safe.
Thank you.
That was all buckshit wild, sounded like.
How was your
And
trip, by the way? Did you get to spend some nice time with your daughter? Or your child?
Audrey and I did a lot of nothing, and I was going to complain about that, but I feel like I got the better end of the deal. So with that, yes, we had a good time.
Have the others seen Audrey? Because I feel like she's always been like
Away.
This
is probably the first time.
Yeah, I think this is the first time you all have been on camera together. Remind us, what does Audrey look like?
Audrey looks like a human. She has human ears, and she's growing at a human rate and looks big on his lap. They don't look quite similar. If you'd had to guess, you would not have guessed they were related at all.
Emmylou's making faces at her, like, and all the sorts
She's
of kind of
she's
silly
loving
things.
it. She's eating it up
yeah.
as much as she eats up the oatmeal. She's
Yeah, we're having a
perfect.
great time.
Ends up with the bowl on her head, oatmeal dripping down.
Absolutely not on my pants.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, so you all have yeah, again, like the air in Haven right now is definitely one of like kind of claustrophobic, very high stress, high tension. There are lots of rumors and whispers going on about what's going to happen next, and what's kind of the next move. And eventually you do receive a note, Saharr, from Liliana that says that in 3 days' time, all of the able-bodied mages that are residing within Haven are going to be called to assist the Herald with attempting to close the breach, and so you'll be expected to be there to assist.
Oh, I don't know if I can be very helpful, but an order is an order.
Don't sell yourself short. You're gonna be great.
What do you think I should eat beforehand? Some rosemary and wrapped in mint leaves?
Emmylou, you're muted. Can't hear you. Wow.
It's because Emmylou is very supportive of my mint leaves rolled up around rosemary sprigs.
It sounds
Can you
very
hear me now?
mellowing. Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay, had to turn my gain up.
Ah,
Turn it up quite a lot. Okay. Yeah, no, I think that could be very herbal. I don't know, maybe you should put some protein in it.
Fish.
Yeah, like do a mushroom. Do you eat meat?
I won't really kill my own. If it's there, I'll eat it, but
Okay. Like you could go down to the kitchen and ask for like a chicken breast or something. You could do a little rosemary and mint chicken breast.
oh, like the way you
Yeah.
think. I'll have 3 days to eat it as well. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Maybe sooner than that, or get it later. Don't spend 3 days eating it.
It wouldn't be okay.
There's like a window with meat,
Hmm.
where like at some points it's like, oh, it's good, and then like sometimes it's like, oh, it's not so good, and then sometimes it's like, really not so good, and that window's like a I don't know, without refrigeration, like a 12-hour kind of condensed.
Ah, good to know.
Yeah.
Explains why I don't often eat meat. I learning something new every day.
Yeah. If it's like sticky to the touch, you shouldn't eat it.
Oh, okay.
You guys have ever touched a sticky chicken breast? You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I have not, and I don't want to.
Oh dear.
That's got to be an ASMR. Is someone touching a sticky chicken?
Oh. And there's got to be a Jackass video of someone eating it.
Oh, I'm
It's
sure.
a Jackass
Ugh.
video straight to food poisoning town.
Can't watch that show. There's far too much vomit, and I have a serious phobia.
Mm.
Anyway, meat after 12 hours probably shouldn't have.
Yeah. But you get some
Saharr's
peanut butter.
learning.
Peanut butter's great for protein.
Ah, I sometimes grind my own peanuts and then I just put it on some insert other herbal leaf. What do I know? I'll just put some on some thyme. It's good. I'm gonna have to Google herbs.
Sounds like a good
It's very
time.
But yes, you all have definitely a couple days time to relax. You don't have any other missions, and so you're all free to explore the camp, hang out, do what you like.
Well, Saharr, if there's anything you need, I don't have any magic talent whatsoever, so I can't be any help there. But if you have anything you need any help with anything, let me know.
I'm mostly just really afraid. I don't know what to expect. And look, and gesture dramatically at the sky. That's fucking terrifying. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, yeah,
Saharr
but like,
said fuck.
yeah,
Saharr said fuck.
at
Only because I'm
least-
really scared.
Yeah, it's really good. But no.
At least, there'll be a lot of the mages around and it won't just be you, it'll be a whole bunch of people. So at least you won't be alone.
Nobody's gonna want to hold my hands, though.
If
I
you
mean-
want, I can't do any magic, but I'd go and hold your hand.
That would be good.
Okay.
And I mean, if you wanted Saharr, I mean, just in general, like you're pretty attractive. Someone would want to hold your hand, Like
Nobody's offered, though.
Well, now
Oh,
I have.
yes,
so there you
yeah,
go.
that's true. Emmylou is off.
And Bahan, you would know that Avery has received, sorry, not Avery, Rivka. I was thinking of the herbalist. Rivka has also received a similar note as she is also a magic user.
Yeah. Well, my wife is going to be there. Perhaps she will. Have you met my wife, Rivka?
I don't think any of us have, actually.
Shaking my head curiously, like, no, I don't know what else you do beyond hang out with us.
I know she
just
likes
figured 'cause
Smokey, but that's
Sah-
it.
Sahar's like one of my oldest friends.
Saharr has met them, but it's just like completely gone over their head. Saharr has had dinner with them like 8 times in the
Multiple
past
times.
6 months.
Who again?
Never
Didn't
made the
actually put it
connection.
together that like she's your wife and the way it's a lesbian
we were
relationship
just
in that way.
eating-
Yeah, we were just friends, right?
Oh, they were roommates.
They were roommates.
Oh.
Well, I will reintroduce you. When is she here, Sage? Or
Yeah, so she comes over with 2 big plates of food for you and her to enjoy together. She's like, "Oh, hi everyone. It's so good to see you all again. I'm glad to see you're well."
So you too.
Yes. Good to see you again.
Great. Saharr, right? Yeah.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
She gives
What?
like a very polite
One of the things that Saharr will never have to worry about is that awkward, it's been too long for me to ask their name. Do I know
Bianca, who are you?
you? Have we met?
God.
We just had dinner last week. Don't know you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and she'll set the plate of food down in front of you, Bahan, and she'll take a seat. And she's like, "So, Saharr, so you got one of the notes too, I'm guessing, since you also do magic."
Oh, yes. You're going to be there as well?
Yeah, yeah, I think that there's supposed to be a meeting later today about what it is that's gonna happen. At least I hope, because I don't really know what to do. And she kind of just like nervously plays with the hem of like her tunic.
Your feelings match mine. I think it would be good to attend that meeting. Here, I'm going to hand you some rosemary wrapped in mint.
And she looks so excited, and she takes it, and then she starts fiddling through this like giant purse, and there's like a hairbrush and like extra pair of socks and a granola bar, and then finally she'll pull out from like one pocket, like way down at the bottom, and she'll pull out grape leaves that have been soaked and preserved and wrapped around like a filling, like a kind of vegetable filling. She's like, "Here you go."
This is the bottom of her.
She got the what's it called?
So
I can't
The
remember.
Greek.
Yeah, but
Oh.
exactly that.
It's like rice and don't.
Yeah,
And,
love
like,
that
they-
shit.
And there's like cabbage and carrots and like, stuff. And she's like, here, I think you'll enjoy this.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Dolmas.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kelly Green Pineapple.
Oh. I'm gonna take it reverently. Best
like-
gift.
It'll be
Found the mom friend of the group.
Yeah, it'll be. I like to make them, so we have a whole stack of them in our room. So I want people to eat them, and then she'll pass out one to each of you.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Angrily
you
turned
so
to Bahan.
much.
Why have you not told me this?
Bahan takes their dolmas and like just shrugs and puts it in their mouth.
I'm watching you closer now.
And holding
have-
out on us.
I have many secrets.
She'll pat Bahan on the head, and she's like, "And this is my favorite one." And just, like, give you
Aw.
quick peck on the cheek.
It's so cute.
Like slightly red.
Oh. Okay. Sorry, Bahan, what did you have to do again? Did you
What?
have a meeting as well? I thought you did.
Court, get your tail in my whiskey.
Do I have a meeting?
Oh, there was a spot where we
Avery?
said Avery, and then you're like, nope, not Avery, the other person.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was.
I was
That's
trying to
Rivka.
I was trying to recall Rivka's name.
Oh, Rivka. Okay.
Avery's the baby. Avery's not, right? Avery's the daughter.
Avery's
Audrey's.
Audrey is the
Audrey's
daughter, the baby,
Avery
Too,
is
too many names.
Avery is the herbalist, the tranquil herbalist who always gives stuff to
Mhm.
Saharr.
I was like,
Audrey is
oh,
a baby on Athven's lot.
Yeah, I was like, Audrey's too young to be going to any meetings.
I mean,
don't
she
know that.
could. Important baby meetings. We can go right now. I'll have
What-
her for the rest of the episode if we want. Fuck it.
Turns into boss, baby.
Oh, yup.
No, just like power meeting Athven with like a baby carrier on the front and a sword in the other hand.
Yes.
So when we get to Skyhold, we
love
gotta
it.
put her on the Inquisition throne.
Oh,
to
yeah.
do the
Mhm.
judgments.
Oh
We've
man.
been waiting.
I bet it would be a lot of fun for Inquisition recruits and everyone working to like almost like a pranked type of thing of like, can you get onto the throne and sit there long enough before getting in trouble? So yeah, go put
Definitely.
a baby up there.
See how long that's good for.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And once breakfast starts winding down and people start filing out and heading for their daily duties and jobs and such, there's a woman who comes over who you all, well, except for Athven since he was not there, but will recognize as Grand Enchanter Fiona, who was the head of the Rebel Mages. She is this elven
Mm.
woman with dark hair that's very very neatly braided up into a bun, and these like dark blue and red robes, and she'll come over to the table and she'll extend greetings and be like, I'm looking forward to meeting all of you. I am Grand Enchanter Fiona. I understand the two of you, as she'll motion to Saharr and Rivka, that you all are mages, and later this evening we'll be having sort of a meeting so that we can discuss what it is we'll be doing in assisting the Herald to hopefully close the breach. It'll be this evening. If you all can make it, we'll be congregating in the main chantry chapel.
Sounds like an excellent plan. I'm happy you're actually, organizing and talking to people. I think this is a little bit more put together than normal.
And she has this very kind of frazzled look on her face, and she's like, yes, things have been new and exciting and challenging, but not without their rewards. If you excuse me, I must go alert others. And she'll hurriedly rush off.
Well, that alleviates some of my fears.
Yeah.
Bahan is sitting there with like a very like suspicious look on their face, like looking after Fiona.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't trust her? I thought that was well said.
Yeah, but like she was the one who made the deal with the Magister in the first place. You know.
I don't trust any elf that dresses that well.
Wow.
Damn.
We really have to talk about how judgmental you are. It's we really got to talk first the Ava, and now you're talking about people can dress however they like.
Yes, I'm not.
You
I'm
say
not
while shaking your head no.
I'm not slut shaming. I'm just saying it's.
Why would it be? She's covered head to
No,
toe.
no, yeah, she is. He's like, it's just. She's got a lot of money.
I mean, maybe, but she's an old lady and she's the Grand Enchanter. And before that, was a Grey Warden, and wasn't she like big position in the court? So she's kind of worked up to it.
She's been nice to me,
Yeah.
mostly.
Was that mostly?
Well, one time she didn't hold the door open for me, and I've really never forgotten it.
Yeah. Momentary rudeness aside, but I mean, again, like, was it a good idea to have the Tevinters come in and be like, oh, yeah, we're going to be your overlords now? Sounds good. Like, no, terrible
no.
idea.
It's pretty much the worst.
Terrible. No
Yeah.
good. But, you know.
I don't know if there's a but there.
Yeah, no.
Like, you said it. You said
That's
it.
it. That's
No.
it.
Yeah.
She seems nice now.
Yeah, because she lost.
Yeah, but the Herald seems to think she's all right. And if it wasn't her, it would have been the Templars. So, and you heard about what happened to them in, when they went to Orlais, a bunch of dickheads.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, isn't that the problem with this Inquisition? Like, it's just picking between dickheads. Which dickhead are we going to take? I get it. I get it. That's building an army and doing all this crazy stuff, but I don't.
I mean, I think that you're right. Like, a lot of people will be in real dickheads in general, but there's a lot of people out there who are suffering and are not dickheads, not on the scale of the Templars and the Mages and all that crap, just normal people, just trying to live their lives and are caught in the middle of all this. So, and that's what we're there for, what we're here for, is not dickhead A or dickhead B, but those people.
Yeah. I understand the greater good and all that, but when you maybe it's not the same for people who aren't Dalish, but when you live and you understand just what we went through as a people, and for you to just not even think about it and align yourself with that speaks more to her.
Is Fiona Dalish?
No, but she's an elf.
Yeah, but not all elves had your experience. A lot of
we
elves...
all came from the same place.
Yeah,
that Tevinter is still holding on to.
Yeah, but what I'm telling you is that there are a lot of people, a lot of elves that live in cities and have no connection to that anymore. Like, yeah,
you will always have a connection.
Okay. I think you should maybe go and talk to Sarah. Get her perspective a little bit.
As an aside, this is really good in character. As an aside, shit. Sarah is a whole other can of worms. Jesus. All right.
Because, I mean, listen, I'm not trying to argue that the elves have had the worst lot of it, because you have. You definitely got that claim in there, but, you got radically different experiences depending on whether you're Dalish, and even depending on different Dalish clans. I'm sure, you seem to be like totally out of your element when we went to go see the Herald's clan. And your clan
that was personal.
Sure, but it's different between clans, from what I know. and it's different between cities. And listen, I'm from the Marches. I've been in a whole bunch of different cities. We were in Starkhaven for a little while. I was in Kirkwall for a shitty 6 months. Those people have there's nothing. They're just living. They're just people, you know, trying to make their way. And if someone like Fiona, became a Grey Warden, sacrificing her life and ended up the way she did because the way she did it doesn't really speak to her being a bad person or rejecting, Sarah would call it her elfiness. She's just a person. She's just Fiona, Doesn't matter what her shape her ears are. Just like this little one. And I'm gonna bat at Audrey's feet a little bit and tap them. If she's related to you, then she's related to you. She's just Audrey. Good little sprite she is.
Ah!
He's I'm trying to think of a good way to like lead this in without overtaking too much. He's
whatever,
gonna
like,
hold.
Respond the way you think he'd respond. Don't feel like you ever have to
that's
hold back.
Yeah.
Good, we're getting meaty.
Oh yeah. Good stuff.
He's gonna
Sticky
hold.
chicken.
Yeah, he's gonna hold her, like, not to like take her away from you, but like as a like reassurance things of like readjusting or whatever. But he's gonna say, it's not that I don't appreciate your thoughts on the matter, but I think maybe the business of elves is a bit more murky than you're making it out to be. And he's gonna look at Audrey and he's gonna be like, if you're part elf, then you're an elf. And there are things you have to remember about being an elf, no matter where you're from. And it's not so easy to just pretend that our ears are the only difference.
That's true.
Ooh.
I don't
think-
know. My experience on it is clearly, it's not the same. I'm fully willing to admit that. So
All right. What time is it?
It's probably about 9 in the morning. And it's,
All right.
yeah.
He's going to say, all right, it's what, about 9 hours? So in 2 hours, we can have a drink and forget about this. What are we going to do for 2 hours?
So all of you are free to move about the cabin. To have any conversations that you want to have, or if there are any things that you would like to do. Otherwise, we can fast forward to Rivka and Saharr meeting with the Grand Enchanter and some 200 other mages that are now inhabiting Haven.
I don't know about everybody else, but I wouldn't mind a small chat with Bahan, perhaps like on our way to or with Bahan if they're with Rivka on the way to the meeting.
Yeah, I think Bahan would probably walk Rivka to the meeting.
Yeah, she definitely, is holding your hand extra tight and is a little jittery and just kind of like, it's like the first day of school and you're just like, a little anxious, but also excited.
Yeah, Bahan has kind of like got on like an air of like being very overprotective. Like, one hand holding Rivka's hand, like one hand definitely on one of their knives.
It's easy for me to forget that the two of you are together. I'm happy you are. You're both wonderful individually. However, if you don't mind me asking, why are you still here? Why did you want to join the Inquisition? What does all of this mean to you? Both of you.
It's just getting further away from the coon, the better.
There has to be more than that. You know that, and I know that. I've found something beyond that.
Sorry, I keep hearing a buzzing noise.
Oh,
Me too. I don't know.
is it me when I'm talking, perhaps?
No, it was like something.
No, it
It
sounded
sounds
like a
like-
phone on a table.
I kept
Oh.
thinking it was my phone and I got real confused. Sorry.
I know, it might have been mine. I have messages.
Uh,
My phone.
Sorry. Didn't mean to call you out like that.
How dare!
I suppose that I would probably say it's a good way to utilize my talents, and I want to get rid of the hole in the sky as much as anybody else and protect, you know, and they squeeze Rivka's hand.
And Rivka will turn to you and be like, Saharr, why did you join? What have you found or maybe have been searching for in all of this?
I'm still a mage in training. I'm still learning to be stronger, and with that power, I think I can save more people. It's not easy because I have to destroy a whole lot along the way. But I came here, seeking knowledge, and I think I am learning a lot, and a lot is definitely scary. So it's cool that I am able to make some good friends along the way.
And she'll definitely nod and she'll look up to Bahan and you see she has kind of this like far off look for a second. She's like, the two of us together, we endured so much. There was, I mean, you know what it was like with the Cune. You know how oppressive they are, even if things are great, even if you're fed, even if you're sheltered, the fact that they treat people the way that they treat people and the way that they treat us. And she looks to you like, as a with magic. And I it's about safety, it's about freedom, it's about being able to be who you are and not being afraid of it. I don't want to get possessed by a demon, but I want to learn this gift. It's amazing. And she looks up to Bahan with like basically like heart emoji eyes, and she's like, and I'm so glad that I have someone here to share this journey with.
And that you're the reason I'm here. So just like kind of like takes the hand off the dagger and like playfully like chucks her in the chin.
And she'll take her hands off from your hands, and she'll like playfully punch you like in the arm. Kind of like just like
I don't know Kunari, but they say they call their pet name for her is whatever little one would be in Kunari, because Bahan is very tall.
This is all extremely homosexual. I very much like it.
I think to end this scene, Saharr is just gonna whisper "nerds" in Kunari and kind of speed walk their way to the door.
I'm loving sassy Saharr. Oh my god,
they're really coming into themselves now.
You really are. It's okay. It's the same way like Athven finally like kicking off the shoes and becoming a jerk dad.
Bahan is
breaking it down.
Getting more and more murder hobo-y, and I don't know what's going to happen with them.
I love it.
Good
I love
murder
it all.
hobo.
Every group's got to have one.
Everyone's
It's
like
true.
got these noble things about like why they're here, and like Bahan's just like, I want to protect my wife, but also I just want to kill people.
No, you just gotta know which ones to go after.
If Bahan hadn't, Athven would have been. And that's what's fun, is finding a new personality for Athven, because he was absolutely going to be murder hobo, but I refuse to have more than one.
All right. Well, you all can ascend the steps up to Chantry and make your way into the meeting hall, where you see, some 200 people who have all, clad in different colored robes and arrays of clothes. And standing up at the, there's a fancy word for this, but I can't think of it right now. But the pulpit, the pulpit.
Pulpit works.
Yeah. But standing on a raised dais is Grand Enchanter Fiona with Liliana and the Herald, as well as Dorian and Vivian, and ready to address you all. And you see Vivian claps, and this aura of silence kind of permeates through the room. And Fiona steps forward and says, "Thank you all for coming here. I know this is all rather short notice, and there have been lots of rumors and things about what's going on and what's happening. And well, we wanted to put that all to rest and set forth a plan with what to do with this." And she motions towards the sky. And I would also, at the end, would love to hear any concerns that you all have. And we will do our best to take note of them and address them, as I know things have not been the easiest here, but we are in a transition period and things can only get better. But all right, well, and then stepping forward out of the shadows, you see this bald elven man wearing kind of green cottony clothes, and he steps forward, taking very measured strides, his hands behind his back, and he steps up onto the dais and says, "Well, we're all here because we want to close the breach. The Herald here," and motions towards Elendar, has a particular gift, and with all of you and all of your powers, I believe we can assist the Herald by lending them our strength. I will be doing more research as to exactly how we will do this, but effectively you will all be concentrating your arcane powers towards the Herald, lending them your strength and your will and your resolve, and the Herald will then use and channel that. And well, quite frankly, this has never happened before, so we don't know what to expect. But we will take every precaution to ensure that you all are safe and to try and minimize any risks. Are there any questions? And you see all these hands kind of shoot up, but are there and you see this man. He turns to Saharr. Yes, you. What would you?
Oh, yes, thank you. How many of us will die?
And everyone, like, all of a sudden it becomes dead quiet, and you can hear the squeaking of church mice as they scrabble through the pews. And he goes, "Well, as I said, we're unsure of what is to happen, but we don't anticipate any of you dying."
Okay. Thank you. What one more? Sorry, I just have one more question.
Yes, of course.
Is there compensation
for dying?
In general.
And you hear this woman she's dressed in very elegant finery, and she has also a very shaved down head, and she has dark skin, and just this woman is clearly of Orlesian nobility, and she said, and she kind of oh no dear, the Inquisition doesn't have those kinds of funds. I mean, you all have shelter and food. What more do you expect?
Just a little something else, but okay. I mean, you'll be the first one to die.
Yeah, Emmylou's gonna look into making a union. After that, union.
I love it. Fantastic.
I too feel we should unionize. We'll get
Yeah.
on this.
Thirded.
Solidarity forever. You
Yeah,
fuckers.
that hazard pay. This shit's real.
Time and a half.
And Fiona's looking kind of like, oh my god. It's looking a little stressed out. It's like, we will do our best for if this goes successfully to reward you all somehow for your gracious contributions and risking yourselves. And she like sends some she throws shade at Vivian. All right, yes, it'll be 2 days from now. We will all convene at this time right in front of the Chantry Hall, and we will attempt this. Please, just be aware, be around. Please stay in Haven in case we need to reach any of you. And then, yeah. So, and then some, more hands shoot up. They ask more questions. They answer, many more questions, and then it all just kind of like filters out into conversation between everyone. And then there's kind of like they eventually step down off of the dais and they start, going into the crowd and start talking to people. And trying to listen to the concerns and everything. So if you want to try and snag a conversation with anyone, now would probably be the time.
Saharr,
Yes.
how do you focus your arcane energies?
Bianca doesn't understand the question. What?
'Cause I'm just thinking, yeah, like if you don't know, you could just be focusing really hard on trying to generate something. I bet there's going to be a lot of farting. I think.
Yeah, Bianca. They're basically, it's like, how do you cast magic, sort of thing.
How do you summon that will within
energy
you to do magic
With my goodwill?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if that's how Saharr feels.
I guess, yeah. If you just think about it, I don't know. It's just totally alien for me. I feel like I think I'd probably just fart instead.
I know,
So-
right?
I think one day, I just thought really hard and then it happened. It was a moment of panic. I lost my parents a lot. I don't know if I'm quite comfortable talking about it, but
Okay.
it helped me awaken my powers.
Okay. Well, no pressure. You don't have to tell us anything. You
Mhm.
don't want to. But-
This helps too, and I'm gonna pull out. I guess looking at my character sheet. I have a staff.
Generally mages have some sort of staff or rod or wand or that they use to focus their arcane powers.
People have wands in this game, like Harry Potter wands.
I mean,
Yeah, you could.
why not?
Alexius had that amulet that he was wearing that he used to focus his time spell. So there are all sorts of things that you can use, but it's any sort of thing that you focus your magic through. But generally, for most people, it's a staff because it also doubles at a quarterstaff that you can smack someone with.
Hell yeah,
Smacking's
put
always good.
knife on it.
I'd carry a dagger. I'm fine. I have a wand. It's actually a live wand in the sense that it continues to grow
Ooh.
ivy on it.
Nice.
I think like American ivy, the one that's like a little white in between.
That's cute.
I like that.
So I'll just whip that out. This?
Okay, so that helps. Cool.
Yes. Major help. It's what I focus on. If I think really hard, I am able to cast spells.
Cool.
I've never had to explain it before, but thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, also now that I'm thinking about it and I like dig through my bag, I needed these a while back and I just never gave them to you. But you can have them now to keep your hands warm and such. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to go and hold your hand, but if not, here's mittens. And I hand her, they're like knitted like multicolor, so they're like purple
Aw.
and orange and like a little bit of green. It kind of clashes. Like they're not like really great color combinations, but like the whole effect is kind of like Molly Weasley pleasing.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
very cute.
So you can keep a little fingers out or their fingers out. So like they've got like little knitted exposed, and then they can pull over, and so you get like fingerless gloves and then a mitten component. So there you go.
This is wonderful. And I put them on immediately. Do they fit
Oh.
nicely?
Fit perfectly.
They're so excellent. I feel like I must give you something. I don't make a lot of things. I did make some peanut butter this morning.
I would take peanut butter, but also I feel like you're already doing me a favor by going and trying to seal the hole up in the sky. So this is my payment to you for that.
I'm going to try extra hard.
Cool. Appreciate it, buddy. I just know if it closes, it's like that little bit of inch was just like mittens.
It was all the mittens. Absolutely.
There you go. That will be my contribution because I can't do magic. That'll be my contribution is the mittens.
I wonder if I have mittens down here.
I love it. The power of friendship. Oh, it's so
very
good.
cute.
It's
So
so
cute.
good. But yeah, and so eventually some people come through with trays of food, and so they're all like little snacks and like little, hand.
Are we
hand
having a
foods.
fucking cocktail hour in between the meeting?
Yep. At the end of the meeting, there's
Jesus.
cocktail hour.
Jesus Christ. Athven
just-
says, no, he can't say Jesus Christ.
Andraste's girder.
Yeah, right. No.
Probably
Bye.
Fenrail, right?
Yeah, like by the 12, he says. Bouncing a baby in a baby carrier because I'm not putting her down until you make me.
I love it.
I like the idea that Emmylou looks over to see how Dorian's making out, and like Vivian's trying to talk to him, and he's just got like a wine bottle, like.
Yeah, you see he's like visibly kind of putting on a happy smiling face, but he's holding the herald's hand.
Emmylou's gonna clock that hand holding with the herald.
Can I? No, I don't care enough. It's fine. Athven doesn't care enough. I have to.
Gotta play to your character.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Hand holding with the herald. Okay, Emmylou. Interesting. Very interesting. Now that I've noticed this, I'm going to do a little sweep around and see if anybody else has noticed it and if there are opinions about it that I can garner.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Make a perception.
First roll.
Yeah.
With the
Honest.
emphasis in, let's see. God, I really should just keep a bookmark for all the skills that you all have. You would think I have learned by now, but
One day. Today isn't that day, though.
I take my D&D knowledge for granted that I just have this encyclopedia. I'm like, I don't have that. Arrow 404, entry not found.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will say, like, and with leveling up and everything, it's so far been super, super easy. This entire system.
I'm enjoying it for that reason.
Yeah. But yeah, like having a D&D knowledge does trip you up because you're expecting things to be harder, or you're just expecting to know how it goes. But
yes, perception with the seeing, if you have that focus.
I don't have seeing. I have empathy, but I don't have
Oh,
seeing.
empathy works too.
Empathy works. Okay, so
That's perfect.
do I add anything extra to it? Or no?
So since you have the appropriate focus, add a +2 to
Plus
your...
2.
Yep.
So that would be 16.
So Vivian is trying her best, because Vivian, being a very expert player of the game, knows how to play her cards well, but you catch her just at the right time where she thinks no one is looking, that she gives kind of a narrowed eye gaze over towards the two of them.
Okay.
And you see, Josephine as one of the ambassador and diplomatic, emissary for the Inquisition. She's got this dark hair and wears this very flamboyant blue and gold outfit, and you see she kind of like takes a note of that on a it's like on a margin of a page.
Wow.
Emmylou thinks Josephine is an absolute babe, by the way.
Aww.
She is a babe. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Takes a note of it, but no one else seems to have clocked it that I've noticed.
Yeah, people kind of
Okay.
like notice, but they don't seem to have any particular opinion about it.
Okay. Can I try and find my boss, Riana, and see if
Mhm.
she's got any look about her or not?
You can see she's like leaning against a wall in the back corner, just kind of, is doing very much the similar thing you're doing, where she's just kind of reading the room. And you
Okay.
can catch her by herself back there.
I'm gonna mosey my way over to her, and then kind of quietly facing the wall so no one can read my lips.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, it's an interesting thing going on with the Herald.
And she throws her gaze in that direction. I was like, I'm not too surprised.
I don't know the timeline, but haven't they just met, really?
Well, Dorian seems like the fast kind.
You know what?
Wow. Shots
Yes.
fired.
And I actually can't judge too much because I jumped on Creme like it
You
was
did.
a fucking live grenade.
But
I noticed.
you know what? It's the end times.
Yeah.
And she
Okay.
said, yes, you and Krem are quite cute together.
Aw, thanks, boss. But yeah, no, it's just interesting knowing what we know to Venture stuff. But I'm sure you'll keep me apprised.
And, yes, as always.
And then I'll kind of meander off. And thinking about Creme, I was like, all right, Creme. I wonder what he's up to.
him.
I wonder what he's up to. So I'm going to wander off and try and find Creme.
You see off towards like the big sea of tents where a lot of the main soldier forces sleep. You see he and Iron Bull are with the rest of the Chargers company, and they're all they have pots on their head, and they're like they've made a ring. The Chargers have made a ring, and they have pot and Iron Bull and Creme have pots on their head, and they're running at each other full force and like just clanging into each other, seeing which one falls down first.
Love.
Oh wow, you got to marry him.
Hold on, I'm so sorry. I froze during all of that, and I didn't hear it.
No. Oh,
It froze at just the right phase because it looked like you were listening. So the Iron Bull and Creme both have pots on their head, and the rest of the Chargers have formed a circle around them, and they're just running full force into each other and seeing which one can stay standing.
Yeah, Emmylou's in love.
yeah, that's what I said. You got to marry him.
Okay, so Emmylou's gonna join the circle and and is gonna root for Iron Bull.
And
That's
you see
deadly.
like the Iron Bull, he's just he's knocked Creme down every single time. But it's like you right up to the circle, and you start chanting and cheering, and Creme looks at you, and he gets like this kind of like determined look on his face, and he stands the fuck back up and he bears down, and he's like, one more time, boss. And he's like, and the Iron Bull is like, oh, Creme, you never learn. And they hunker down and they look at each other from underneath, like the handles of these pots, and then they run at each other. Let's see. You roll for the Iron Bull. Add a +5.
Yeah. Shit.
I rolled so well.
I'll roll for Creme.
I was gonna say, if you slip, you're fucking dead. You're gonna get on his horns. Like,
R.I.P. your husband.
All right, I got a 14.
yeah, but Creme should get a bonus because he's got huge fucking balls for doing this. Shit.
It's like a crazy amount. It's like 20. I rolled a 6, a 5, and a 4. I rolled crazy high.
Yeah. So, and Crime just gets thrown. He gets thrown back like into your arms and is like lying at your feet. It's like looks up underneath you, like until the pot falls off, and he's like, "I would have won if you had chanted for me."
I was trying to give you like reverse psychology. It worked for a second.
And he'll stand himself up and brush himself off. And he's
I'll tell you what though, because I rooted against you, I'll buy you a drink.
like, all right. A welcome payment.
So yeah, I'll go buy Creme a drink. I'll buy the Chargers drinks, but I'll buy Creme an extra one.
Wow.
You see that they're already starting to roll barrels over and cracking them open and passing out tankards.
So I don't buy shit. I'll just pour it.
Yeah.
Just make them drink it. Hell yeah.
But yeah, no, I'll tell him that I'll kiss him and make it better later.
That's
he grabs your butt.
Oh yeah. Grab his, but he's probably bruised it, so it's probably like a little like ow.
Gonna write fan fiction for approximately 13 people.
This is the entertainment we bring you here.
This is what I'm here for, guys.
I love it. But yes, you all are welcome to pass the evening however you choose, as well as the next couple days.
Just because I haven't played D&D in like I'm realizing now about a month. Yeah, life has been hard. I'm going to roll and see if anybody is questioning the fact that there's a baby here in the meeting attached to a man.
Perception, empathy.
I got it. Oh well, no, he's fucking stupid. So it's like a 1. So he doesn't even care. He doesn't even care. No.
Yeah, you think everyone else has got different things on their minds. No one seems particularly interested.
That's fine. I have baby.
She is happily cooing in your arms. She's starting to yawn, looking a little sleepy.
It's not even like part of me is like, oh, like it'd be really cool if it was like a real papoose type thing, like canon can still get. But the other me is like, nah, he just has a full like fucking like full on baby carrier, like straps. It has like a drink holder.
Baby Bjorn.
Yeah, just like way too
a burrito
anachronistic.
Holder as well.
Yeah, just way too anachronistic, but he has it anyway.
Yeah, it's made out of like really thick leather.
Yeah. God.
But yes, I mean, if there's something else, we can jump forward in time.
I mean, if I wouldn't mind to quickly try to get a vibe for how is everybody feeling about the upcoming battle, specifically the mages, because like Saharr themselves, they're incredibly worried. They do feel a little bit more bolstered because they have some mittens of encouragement, but beyond that, like, how is everybody else feeling? What's the vibe?
So going around and you can kind of like weave in through different conversations and talk to people, and you'll get a sense that most people are feeling pretty similar to you, very kind of nervous, very unsure. There are a few people who are like, this will be fine, we're fine. Like
Those are the ones that are going to die.
But then kind of, when you can catch conversations with a lot of the advisors in the higher up, there definitely seems to be this very strong tension and unease, as you can imagine that they're sheltered with a lot of or burdened with a lot of responsibilities, and this real true unknown you can see is weighing very heavy on them.
Okay. At least I'm not alone.
there's kind of a little bit now that there's an actual plan for the breach to close. There's also this kind of like air and buzz of excitement too.
Okay.
It's not all doesn't feel totally doom and gloom, but only mostly.
I will try to take the time to memorize everybody's faces. It's a bit of a morbid curiosity for Saharr to recall those who don't make it back.
Definitely, yeah. For funsies, make a cunning cunning check.
Okay. Haha, not great. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10.
You feel like if any of them came up to you on a given day, you would be like, "Yes, I know your face."
I'm good with faces, terrible with names.
Did we have dinner last week?
You're familiar. Okay.
But yeah.
I'm just gonna tell my wife to watch out for Fiona. Bahan has very icky feelings about Fiona. So
Yeah, and she'll be like, "Yeah, I don't really know what to make of her either. I mean, you know, I just don't like the idea of the circle in general. They're as bad as the Qun. So anyone who willingly led that kind of organization, I also distrust."
just be careful, and if she tries anything weird, get out of there immediately.
And she nods. She's like, "Of course, of course."
Make sure Saharr does too,
Yeah, I will.
because I don't know if they would do that themselves.
They do seem, yeah.
They're a good kid. They're just. By the way, they're probably the exact same age.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty sure we grew up together.
We grew up together. That's why I know that Saharr would not like run at the first sign of danger.
Yeah, you all grew up in like the same rebel stronghold and have had your, to face off forces of the Qun coming in and trying to take down and having to repel invasions to hide in the basement until the fighting was over as young children. So you all have seen a lot of stuff together.
The amount of times I've almost died, it's wild that I'm even alive.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna be like, so this party, huh? Make it then I look over at I see Emmylou grabbing Crumb's butt.
Oh my god.
And I point and I'm like, any ideas?
Yes, and so the night passes with rabble rousing for some.
That's a yes.
Wow, there were ideas.
Chicka wow wow.
Fade to black.
Mhm. And the next couple days are definitely very much the same. It's like this feeling of excitement, but unease, and that kind of that buzz of anxiousness throughout the day. And every day, like when you have a big test or a big important thing coming up, like a presentation at work, and you're just like clenching your fists, waiting for it to happen already. And so, the evening of the day comes, and everyone, all of the mages are gathered in front of the chantry doors, and most of the other kind of townspeople have sheltered inside of their homes. You see also there, because Cassandra and Colin and Josephine and all the leaders of the Inquisition. And standing at the center of the circle where all of you mages have been formed into is the Herald, with a very solemn and serious and ready face.
What does the herald look like again? Sorry, I'm just trying to.
Yeah, so he's a Dalish elf. He has dark skin, and on his face is a white tattoo of his Balislan that is a tree that extends up over his eyebrows and then down his nose and on his chin. And
That's
he
cool.
has half of his head is shaved, and on the other half is this toss of dark, thick, dark braids that are kind of combed and wove together. And standing next to him is this elven man you had seen last night, who had addressed all of you. The bald-headed Dalish elf, or presumably looks Dalish but doesn't have any tattoos. Standing at the center of the circle are these two men, and then around as a ring outside of all you mages is a ring of Templars looking readied with weapons. And Silas, the man in the middle standing next to the Herald Elendar, starts speaking. All right. Now, all of you, I need you to conjure an image to your mind, an image of strength and resolve, and hold that in your mind as you project your power towards the Herald. They will take on your energy, and that should hopefully be enough to power the mark on their hand. And so what is the image of strength that Saharr summons
Oh
to aid them?
goodness. It's actually it's a solitary image of them sitting in a meadow next to their trainer, the person who has assisted them time and time again in strange places in order to make Saharr stronger. And the image of the old lady in front of them while I sit cross-legged, and I'm just channeling power, and that to me is strength. That feeling right there.
Really, and you feel this kind of warmth rise up in you as you feel that your familiar, arcane power kind of come to light and grow from an ember to more of a burning fire. And you hear just this gentle whisper in your ear. It was like, you can do this, my child. As you get a sense that you almost feel her standing right behind you.
Thanks, Flemeth. I'm gonna touch my feather.
I'm loving all these faces. It's making me so happy. All right, and then go ahead and make like your spell roll as if you would cast a spell.
All right.
3d6 plus your and I would go say you can go ahead and make it like using, because you're channeling your you have a focus in spirit
Yes, I do.
magic. Yeah, go ahead and then add an extra +2 for having your focus in spirit magic.
Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plus 13, 14, 15, 17.
Oh, and you channel, you reach into this well of reserves of power that up until this point have been untapped. And you, having had your most recent experience with Flemeth and feeling her presence there, you just find this deep well of power and channel it forth. And what does it look like as you are giving this power, as you are channeling it to the Herald, who you now see their hand is just this crackle of electric green energy that is starting to spark and fly off towards the sky.
Well, I mean, I can approach this from a pretty blank state simply because I've not really played this part. I think I watched a little bit. But anywho, so with my wand, I guess, pointed forward, my bottom hand will kind of support the magic that's leaking down, and it's just vines that are pouring underneath as it's almost like a clear tinted green magic bursts forward, lending strength to the Herald Elendar.
Magic bursts forth, and suddenly now it's just like this prismatic spray of all these different lights start to shoot off from all these different mages. And you see Rivka, she's channeling her, like, bursts off as this kind of like bright, pure white glow. And this magic all coalesces on the herald as they raise their hand aloft, and you see their hand begins to glow until it comes like a bright white light that shines, and it shoots off as a beacon towards the sky. And there is suddenly thunder and lightning as these like kind of cosmic forces of light and darkness are colliding and becoming this kind of swirling miasma, until suddenly it's almost like the earth itself lets out a deep sigh, and there is just this wave of calm that passes over all of you, as now the swirling vortex in the sky shrinks to like but a mere scar, and it's just a transcendent feeling washes over everyone as they take in this sight. And suddenly you hear the chargers let out a victorious, valorous cry of victory, as it all seems to be okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And people start passing out flagons, and people
Yay.
are cracking open barrels and opening bottles of wine, and everyone just starts cheering and hugging, and you see people are crying tearfully as they're just like, overcome with this immense happiness that
Nobody died.
something
Yeah.
seems to be going okay.
Pat people on the back with my mittens. Nobody died.
Yeah, everyone will just like turn to you, and they'll just like clasp their hands around you in these like deep, hugs of like solidarity. And it's just like, get to feel nice little camaraderie.
Emmylou's gonna go find Saharr and give them a really big hug and just say, "Congratulations, you did it! Good
The
on ya."
mittens really helped. I'm
I'm
going to show them
glad.
off because you haven't seen
I'm
them on
really
me,
glad.
obviously.
Aw. It's really great. Come on, let's go party. Let's go celebrate.
Yes, good idea.
You see Avery run up to you with like a little bag, and she's like, "I am so glad that you are all right, Saharr.
Aww.
Here is a gift to celebrate that life." And it's like it's a bag. It's of different tea stalks. There's like a rooibos and a chamomile and
Ah.
and honey bush, and she passes it off to you.
Thank you. My most recent invention has been rosemary that's been wrapped around with mint leaves. I think it gave me a little bit more confidence. And I'll hand her one of my creations.
That does sound very bolstering. Thank you. I will recommend this to others.
Thank
And
you.
She'll put it in her little pocket.
Nice.
And Emmylou, she never actually takes anything. Well, I mean, she takes them, but she never sells them. So we'll see.
Okay. Sounds like she's doing you a good favor, though, anyway.
Absolutely. I'm going to hug the little gift basket.
Mm.
I'm gonna run and find Rivka.
Oh, she runs at you, and it's almost kind of like in Dirty Dancing where she's running at Patrick Swayze, and it's like she throws herself at you.
I'll lift her above my head. It's
She's
gonna
like-
be like that thing, like at the end of the Little Mermaid when she jumps into Eric's arms and he catches her and brings her down into like the kiss.
Yeah,
Aw.
exactly. She loves it. She's she's teared up, and she's like crying a little bit. She is just so like ecstatic. And it's like, woo! Let's get drunk. I think I earned it.
You did. You did. We can get drunk. Let's go find Saharr.
And she's like, yeah, you all can. Oh man, party it up.
Does Athven still have their baby? Are they partying with us?
You know what? Why not?
Yes, baby party.
It's a baby party. Yep. Athven is not drinking.
Okay.
Because
That's
he has a
very
baby.
responsible.
Yep.
Emmylou will ask at one point to take Audrey and do a little dance around. Not too long, but like enough for you to like get a little bit of a break.
Aw, that's
little
very
baby
sweet.
dance.
Yes, he will accept it.
One
That's
of
very
those where
kind.
like you get like your hands underneath the baby butt and you like kick their feet for them and like little da 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 da
Yeah.
da 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 da.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
People will
Having a
come up
great
and
time.
they'll grab her little toes and do it with her, and they're all,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
get super into it.
In fact, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say that Athven, in true dad, in a nice dad move, he is kind of watching a bunch of little kids while other people can go party. So
Yeah, you've got like five or six other kids of various ages, mostly kind of toddlers who are all just like they're holding on to different parts of like one's holding like they're holding on to like the scabbard of the sword or like your pants, and they're just like, wow, what's happening?
Yep.
Emmylou will do a victory dance with all of them.
Good, thank you. I appreciate it.
Emmylou is an equal opportunity baby dancer.
Brilliant. And it is in the height of this celebration and revelry that suddenly there is a pounding knock at the gates guarding Haven. And suddenly there's kind of this gut clenching feeling that something isn't right. And you see Elendar and Cullen run over to the gates and they throw them open. And outside, just outside the gates, is this very small, kind of blonde-headed kid wearing this large hat that stretches over and like kind of shields their eyes, and wearing this kind of leather armor. And you hear kind of the muffles of conversation. And ultimately what you all catch is they're coming. And as he points up towards the mountains of Haven, and suddenly you can see climbing over the crest of the Frostback Mountains like a swarm of centipedes are these soldiers who don't look just like any soldiers. In the catch of the moonlight, they have this glint of red that beams off of them like these dark crystals. And they have this kind of red haze that surrounds this army. And suddenly you hear the pounding footsteps of maybe even thousands of soldiers beginning to descend on Haven. And you see Cullen immediately turns and starts barking orders at the forces. You see Enchanter Fiona, she stands up on a crate, is everyone get ready, everyone get inside, able body, and she is barking off orders to everyone else, and people are trying to coordinate things. People, just regular civilians, start rushing for houses, and a madness just erupts over these people. And suddenly, descending on the town are these creatures. They could hardly be considered people anymore, as they have these rocky complexions and giant red crystals that just shoot out of their skin and eyes and faces, looking dead set on destroying you all. And from beyond, just somehow very far away, but all too present, you hear this booming voice. It says, "Give me the herald, and the rest of you shall live." What would you all like to do in this moment?
Panic quietly.
Emmylou's
French
gonna
butthole.
try and get all of these kids to a chantry person.
Yeah, Athven is gonna worry about the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, you immediately see Chantry sisters are collecting children's and looking for parents and starting to lead them inside of the Chantry halls to like the usual kind of kid room where they hang out.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, Saharr will rush outside. Can I identify what those troops are?
Yeah, go ahead and make a cunning arcane lore check.
Oh, if only I took that other skill, I'd be good at that. 6, 11, 12, 13, 14.
So what comes to mind is what actually comes to mind is the apparent lack of any sort of creature like this. Nothing you can recall that would behave like this. This clearly looks like some kind of humanoid that has maybe been transformed into this through some kind of magic. This is definitely not a naturally occurring creature.
Okay. How far away are they from us currently?
So you can
Give or
see immediately
take.
the first wave of soldiers is coming in. They're about 30 feet away from you as they're starting to breach the walls of Haven.
Oh, 30 feet. I can attack that. Oh gosh, I don't know how to convert yards to feet.
Divide by 3. Or sorry, to go from feet to yards, divide by 3. To go from yards to feet, multiply by 3. Sorry, so they are 10 yards
I can
away.
do 16. Okay, we're good. You wanted me to do math. That's not possible. Yeah, and I'm just gonna chuck a classic arcane lance because it's just like, heck, all this is happening. Pew. Oh no. So I gotta see if I can hit first. A target number of 10. I beat that with a third. What is my magic? Sorry. I beat that with a 14.
Yep.
Does that hit now? Or you have to roll against me with dexterity. I gotta dodge my arcane lance.
8, 11, 12.
You do not beat it.
Oh boy.
It's gonna cost me 2 mana. And 1d6 plus 4. Oh, beautiful. 10.
Oh. Yeah,
That was,
so you
yeah.
nice. And so you throw this bolt of arcane energy at them, and they look as if they've taken damage, but they look completely unfazed as they've taken this hit. And let's go ahead. Let's roll some initiative. Oh my god, I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Okay, I know that feeling.
I wanted this roll for an actual like damage roll. This is 2 6s and a 5.
That's a nice roll.
which
It's
of my
the
dice
worst when
want me
it's
to
over
say?
something like this. I guess, can somebody remind me initiative? I'm adding probably like dexterity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, come on, phone. Why you gotta do me like that? Decided to completely go off of what I needed it to look at.
Of course. Now, I like the idea of Saharr kind of shooting off an arcane lance and it blasting apart some of the army, and they fill up that hole with more and more enemies as they kind of cascade over the lands into Haven.
Yeah.
What are they? Can somebody tell me?
They're Red Templars.
They got fucked up.
Oh dang!
Mhm.
So, remember when we had the vision and from the previous episode about the lyrium, the red lyrium infecting people and it like growing out of them?
Yes.
That's essentially what's happened here. They've been
That's what's
taking
happened.
red lyrium and they are like
Ooh.
that red lyrium is like jutting out of them and
Oh,
creating a
this is
spooky aura.
beautiful. I mean,
Yeah.
terrible for them, but dang.
It is.
Yeah, really sucks for them.
They're nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Like coming out of their face.
Yeah. It's nasty. Yeah, Saharr, you would know that lyrium is kind of this mineral that's harvested from deep within the mountains that is like kind of has this pure raw magical energy that is often made into a potion that you can drink to imbue yourself with more arcane might temporarily. You craft magic items from it. It's a very kind of common substance, but this is the first time you had seen it when it's been corrupted somehow.
Hey, that's so cool.
Twisted into darkness. All right, so let me get a piece of paper so I can write down some initiatives. Here we
Oh
go.
boy, here we go.
Bahan, what did you get?
13.
Saharr, what did you get?
Oh, 12.
Emmylou,
I heard
what
my
did you
name
get?
and I'm just like,
I rolled so high on my initiative. Wish it was a damage roll. I got double 6s and a 5 for a 20.
Wow. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Athven, what did you get?
I got 16.
Nice, very nice. All right, let me roll for my monsters. There are so many monsters.
I don't
could be-
like
There
that.
could be less if you wanted to
Yeah.
roll less.
Yeah. Could always
No
make there be
pressure.
less.
All right,
Just some
Emmylou.
friendly advice.
I only have so much mana.
So Emmylou, you see, as all of you see, as the sort of kind of chaos erupts, people start rushing for homes and supplies and panicking. Mass panic erupts, and you see that Saharr has blasted this arcane bolt at these group of soldiers, and seemingly unfazed, they just carry on charging forward. And now they've come inside of the fortress of Haven, and they go to the first person they see. They don't care if it's a civilian, but they just start destroying people. What would
So-
you like to do?
First, Emmylou's going to turn to Athven and say, if you have to go with Aubrey, go. And then I'm going to whip around and I'm going to fire a fucking arrow at one of these guys.
Make your attack.
Ooh. Oh god, I have to remember how to do combat all over again. Oh,
That's the
no.
only complicated part about this game is there's
Yeah.
slightly like very specific mechanics as to how
The
combat
lag.
works.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I rolled a 12 plus
just-
2, 14 plus my dex, which is 3, which is 17 to hit.
Yes, that definitely hits.
Okay. So, okay.
Yeah, and you see that they're all clad in this heavy plate mail, and they are monstrously large. They're easily 7-8 feet tall.
Okay. So Emmylou's sort of freaked out a little bit by this sudden shock between what they were just doing, which was baby dancing and having a laugh, and now there's horrible monsters. So they fire and they definitely hit, but they don't do a lot of damage because they're kind of shaking. It's fucking hot for
Woo!
yeah. So that's 4 points of damage, and then I'll take my my minor action. I'm gonna take a sort of deep breath and try and steady myself and reload.
Very cool, very cool. Athven, what would you like to do?
I'm trying to think.
And I'll definitely say, like, we are technically in combat, but I'll say, if you want this to be more loose, like, if you want to, like, run to your house and gather oh shit bags, like, it doesn't necessarily, you don't have to, force yourself to just the action economy.
No. I guess my biggest thing is, and This is not a like comment on how you've been running it because you've been really great. It's more like a general worry. I don't want to say like all hands on deck fight and then it's like, oh, you weren't with the kids, they're dead.
We'll handle that as we handle that.
Okay.
I'm not that kind of punishing storyteller.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Man, it is hard.
If that's happened to you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, boy howdy. Yeah, we can talk about but yeah.
But what would you like to do in this instance?
I think Athven knows that it's not going to help anybody if he doesn't fight. So he's going to take his shield and a sword and he is going to fight. But at some point, I just want to make sure the kids get out.
Mm-hmm.
But...
Yeah, one of the elven kind of chantry sisters, they run up to you and they grab Audrey from you and you can see that they're herding these children in and they're like a group of mother hens clucking and herding them inside.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. I got 6, 3, and 4. Wait, no. What am I rolling for? Sorry, I'm rolling because I'm just going to go in for an all-out attack, I guess, on whatever's nearest to me.
Nice. Yeah, you can immediately just run up to one of these Red Templars.
All right. Yeah, let's do it. And yeah, that's a 10, 13.
Yes.
Plus stuff, but yeah. Okay, awesome. And now I roll all 3 again, right? No, I roll whatever. Let me
for a long sword?
Yeah. No, it's a short sword. So it's 1d6 plus 2.
Yep.
Oh, it's a 6. 7, 8.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, and you can definitely start squaring off and engaging one of them as your strike comes up just in time to block their blow, and you swing and parry down and strike them as one of the as like one of the traitors that they were about to take this axe are able to run and scramble and get away. And then Bahan.
I'm gonna find whichever one is closest and I'm gonna sneak attack it.
Very cool. I would say, yeah, definitely the one that Athven is now squaring off with. So go ahead and make your stealth versus their perception.
I got doubles.
Doubles only matter basically for your to hit rolls.
That's fair.
But
I
what did you roll?
What they matter for? They were 2 5s. Hold on. And then stealth is plus what?
It'll be your dexterity, and if you have a stealth focus, then you'll add plus 2.
$17.
Oh yeah, they are clearly very distracted as they have kind of this very narrow focus on Athven, so you definitely get in just the perfect position to get in into a vital point. Then go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I think 13.
Oh yeah, yep, you're good. And then roll your damage, which I think gives you an extra 2d6 damage for your sneak attack.
Yeah, it does. And then also, I'm using my great sword that I stole from during the last session, by the way.
So great sword is like 3d6 damage, I think.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm checking really quickly.
It's hard.
I have
loud.
Would it be? I don't see great sword on here, but I see long sword or two-handed. It's two-handed, right?
Two-handed, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is 3d6.
Yeah, 3d6. That's a lot of dice.
13 without my stealth damage. It was 2, you said, for stealth?
I believe so, for your sneak attack. Do you remember offhand, Emmylou?
What? Sorry.
Of your sneak attack damage, extra sneak attack damage?
Is it 1 or 2d6 extra? Do you remember?
It's 1d6 for backstab.
1d6. Okay. Pick the higher one.
The higher one was a 6. So
Nice.
that's, hold on. 19.
Dang.
Woo! And yeah, you managed to find the perfect point as they're distracted, facing off with Athven, and you just like find that nice clink in their armor, shove the sword up there, and they drop dead.
Good.
And Saharr,
They deserve.
Where'd it go?
Saharr, it's your turn.
Well, I have AoE moves. With that being said, where is the biggest bunch? I guess like the incoming horde?
Yeah, so the first wave has kind of dispersed and they are all kind of starting to pick off targets. You see there's another wave that is coming in, and they're you see that there are more and more behind them.
Is there a choke point? Do we not have like a gate?
Yeah, yes, there is a gate where they have to come in through. So you can time it just right, waiting for the second wave to come in to get the most.
That's what I would like to do. I hope the gate's not made of wood. If it is, oops.
The doors were the gate itself, the wall and gates itself is not, but the doors will probably catch on fire.
I'm sure somebody has some water. It's fine. All right, I have a target number of 12. Ha! 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I did not make it.
Oh.
Instead, it's just kind of the sad, like I flick my wand at the incoming enemy and like a tuft of smoke comes out, and I just awkwardly look at my wand, put it down, and then glance around. Is there any of my allies, have you been hurt yet?
Not that you've seen.
Okay, so I don't even have anybody to heal. I'm just gonna back up a little bit because I think I'm a little vulnerable where I'm
Yeah.
at.
Tell me, what was the result on your dragon die for your roll?
1.
So not only does your spell not go off, but something actually went wrong.
Oh no.
Oh god.
So a magical mishap occurs. Does your spell have a requirement?
No, I'm too early leveled for any of
Okay,
those.
then it's fine. Nothing bad happens. You don't get possessed by a demon.
I'm looking forward
Yay!
to when
Not
that
this
happens.
time.
Nope. I gotta
See
level
how
up at
quick-
least one more time.
See how quick Sage grabbed that book? They were like, it's demon time, baby.
Oh, let's go. Anything else on your turn, Saharr?
No, I just run around a little bit panicked and try to hide behind something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can easily find piles of lined up stacks of crates and overturned wagons that you can hide behind easily.
Perfect.
And so this next wave begins to filter in, and it becomes overwhelming. You see this barrage of arrows that are alight with flame just rain down upon you, almost like a dark, ominous cloud, and the thatched roofs of houses begin to catch alight, and you hear the crackling pops of wood beginning to burn and collapse. You hear screams of civilians. And then we're back to Emmylou.
Okay. I'm engaged with one of them, right?
Yeah, you had fired off an arrow at one of them.
Okay. I don't know which one that was. If I try and run to some of those houses to see if I can get people out, am I going to take an opportunity attack?
You think you can easily dodge between them, that you can kind of
Okay.
sneak around.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start running towards the, seeing that this is kind of a hopeless situation with how many of these fuckers, I'm going to start running to the houses and see if I can get people out.
Yes, go ahead and make. Let's see. How like what? Let's see. Do you think this would be more of like a constitution, or would you think it would be like cunning and trying to assist them, or strength and lifting up pieces of wood? How do you think she's helping to assist this?
I would love it to be cunning. I would just love it because constitution and strength are shitty for me. So I can say as cunning as opposed to like brute strength or just like sheer perseverance. I'm gonna quickly evaluate the doors and see if there's a weak point that I can like shove a bit of a dagger in and kind of like leverage out and kind of maneuver it that way.
Definitely, yeah. You can catch like there's like one of the planks of wood is missing, and you can see a pretty clear path, so you can like bust open kind of like a hole, an opening to help filter people out. So yeah, go
Okay.
ahead and make a cunning check.
Okay, so got doubles, but I don't know if that counts. 14.
Yeah, so you managed to get everyone out, and just as like this family of 5 like filters out of this building, the roof caves in and collapses just as they all make it out, and so you were able to get everyone out safely.
All right, so I'm gonna yell at them to run to the chantry. I don't know.
Yeah,
Seems
and
like
they've got armfuls of goods, and they're like, okay, sounds good.
yeah. And I will. I guess I will. There's like an action to shit. I'm sorry, I should have this written down. But there's like a ready thing, right? That makes it harder to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the Dragon Age equivalent of patient defense, I'm gonna do patient defense.
Yeah, you can get a +2 to your defense until your next turn.
Cool. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Very cool. And then Athven, the one in front of you has just crumpled as Bahan felled it, and now you obviously that there is just swarms more coming in as they are beginning to overwhelm this town.
I need to assess, does it make more sense for me to like hold my ground where I am? Because like I'm not gonna continue a like all out assault or anything. My intention is to make it safe so other people can get to the chantry. So does it make sense where I am, or do I need to move, or can I go assist another house getting out?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception or a cunning check, whichever's better.
We'll see. They're both low. There's my sheet for him. Sorry. Okay. Well, I do have a focus and sight. Can that help?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So you'll so take
All
perception and then add an additional +2 on top of your perception bonus.
Cool. So it's 5, 9, 12, 14, 16.
So look where you are now. You know that there are only more that are going to come. What comes to mind is that if you can try and find a way to slow the incoming evasion so that the soldiers have more time to respond and defend.
Okay.
You think that might be the best bet?
Sorry.
You know outside of the walls of Haven are these large catapults that can defend.
Okay, we're going to the catapults.
Yeah, catapult.
All right. Yeah, let's do it. What do I need to roll?
Let's go make is your regular attack roll with dexterity, and then so roll 3d6 and add your dexterity to it.
Hey, I'm just spitballing, but would you say a catapult is just a very big bow?
You're right. but you aren't trained in necessarily using a catapult.
Whatever. Fine.
So you
Good try.
don't have a focus on it, but I like it.
Gotta try. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yep.
Okay. Ooh. I don't know. You said Dex?
Yeah.
All right.
Or strength. I don't remember which one's higher for you. I remember you being basic.
Strength is highest.
Oh, okay. Then go for strength.
Okay.
Because you gotta crank this big wench, and so.
Okay. Would you say it's big enough I have to climb over it?
Climb over it.
I don't know. I'm just trying. No, it's fine. All right, so it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yes. So as you load up with ammunition and you let loose this trebuchet that throws these large boulders towards the army, and you can start to see as you hit a significant force and see all of a sudden this tumbling snow roll up and begin to consume the other soldiers as they start to become like scattered ants on a hill running for cover. And then anything else for you, my dear?
Can I ready another trebuchet shot so it's easier to go next time? Okay, then that's what I will do.
Bahan.
I'm just gonna keep attacking people. I'm not like a trained soldier particularly in the same way. I think that like I'm not somebody that's like trying to assess what my best idea is. It's just like these are things that are attacking. I need to destroy them. So I'm gonna go sneak attack the next one.
Perfect. Yeah, you can spot another one who's facing off with one of Colin's soldiers. And then roll. Ooh, that's pretty good. 10, 15 you have to beat.
20.
Nice. I love it. Get that sneak attack.
All right. Well, let's see. Hopefully the damage is going to be also
right, and then make your roll to hit.
Ooh, doubles. $14.
Yeah, you definitely hit. Roll that sweet damn. Oh, and then if you roll doubles and you roll to hit, then you get your stunts.
Yes.
What was the number on your dragon die?
5.
Ooh, nice. Hello points. You can do a lethal blow for 5 points. You can inflict an extra 2d6 damage on your attack.
So then I get 76 damage.
3, 4, 6. 66.
Oh, 6. Yeah, you're right.
Rogues are broken. I mean, I know it's like you got doubles and stuff, but like shit. Every game.
It's hella good.
There's a reason I decided to be a rogue. It's this and never anywhere else. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Beautiful.
Let me just roll 66 together this time instead of adding an extra one after I rolled. Oh boy. That's a lot of numbers. 19 because I rolled 3 ones.
But still, you spot this next one, and they just draw your ire as they see that they're running off after the person who's like the baker, and you're like, fuck you. And
I like bread.
And you're able to easily take down another one.
Nice. And then I'll also do the readying myself thing.
Nice. Very cool. Did you do Saharr? How are you taking all this?
Embarrassed, shook, and frightened at the current events. From behind the turned over cart, I'm yet again going to try and cast Flame Blast.
Nice.
I am determined. If I have to set something on fire to do it, it's going to happen. better. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I beat my target number of
Woo!
12.
Hooray!
Now
Okay.
you have to be a 15 with dexterity.
They do not.
All right. This is going to cost me 3 mana. However, seven. Do I not get to add anything extra to it because it's fiery? 7.
But you're able to see, as as the leathers and stuff that they're wearing underneath their armor, you see a light that is you just completely blast this group that are making their way through the doors, and you see the door caught on fire and beginning to smoke, and they are just like grabbing their heads in pain as they are starting as they're alight. Very cool.
Take that. And I'll turn back towards my allies. I haven't been looking. Is anybody injured? We're still okay? Wow, you're great. And I'm going to go back to hiding under my cart.
Oh.
Sage, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real fast.
Okay. All right. So, and after you catch this next wave that was starting to filter in with this blast of fire, you hear this booming voice again. You can make this all end now if you give me your leader. And you see Elendar is like fighting off these red Templars. They're just doing everything they can. They're just throwing spells left and right, looking for looking around and try and see if they can help anyone. And you see they make a mad dash where suddenly you see the source of this voice. Easily 10 feet tall, you see this wretched creature that has these long arms, and it almost seems as if they have no skin, as it's blotted with this red kind of fibrous material, and growing out of their face is this huge chunk of red lyrium, and they have this splotching kind of armor, and this madness is ablaze in their eyes, and they have these long claw-like fingers, and you see that the herald is running directly towards this creature. And from where you're standing, you can't hear much of what they're saying, but you can see that the herald is like trying to make a brave stand as people are running and fleeing, but you see this creature pick up the herald by their neck and begin choking them as just this ever greater wave rides in on Haven atop these disgusting demon-like beasts that have 6 legs, that have barbed tails, and these black, thick, bristly hides, holding these dark maces that seem forged in hellfires themselves. And that's where we're gonna end.
Oh no!
Oh, blessed Elendar.
Oh
Fuck.
boy! Oh boy! What jeez! What jeez!
Oh,
Wow,
gosh.
what an array of emotions this evening. I love it. This has been
Wow!
that's exciting.
That is exciting stuff.
Stress.
great.
Oh shit!
All right. Well, oh
Good.
man, Casey's gone and they missed that ending. I feel bad.
Oh no!
It's okay.
They'll hear it. They'll hear it. Don't
We'll
worry.
have to
All right,
watch it on the
I mean,
VOD.
how are we all feeling? How is this? How are you all taking this? How are your
It's
characters
good.
taking this?
I mean, character-wise, I'm still worried about every child. Yeah. And I knew this was coming, and like honestly, like I very much know I put myself in the position of like ha 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 babies, but it's like the babies. So
Yeah, that's a big mood.
It's
But-
one of those concerning things, when you have like an episode of TV and like someone is like suddenly there and they're like very likable and you're like, you're about to get killed.
Yeah.
the
we
first
we
to die.
finally meet Audrey and Rivka and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
You're too likable. You're not gonna stay.
Uh-oh.
Oof, it will not be my child, or we'll see.
Mm-mm.
Are we? Did
Oh,
somebody die?
So.
Did my wife
one died.
die?
No,
no one died.
no.
No, no one died. You
This
saw
is what you walk back to.
you see this 10-foot tall briefly. You see this 10-foot tall creature that has red lyrium growing out of its face and out of its body. That it's almost like as if it doesn't have skin. You just see this kind of fibrousy, splotchy material that is holding it together, and its eyes are alight with madness, and it has picked up the Herald Elendar and is holding them by their neck in these long, spindly, claw-like fingers. And riding in on the town are all these Red Templars atop of these black beasts with 8 legs and bristly, like, spiked hides and barbed tails. And that was where we ended.
Yikes.
Yikes
Yeah.
is right.
Yes, I have been your storyteller sage this evening.
That makes me Bianca Zelda, who played Saharr, the terrified, sweet Kunari mage.
Bianca, where can we find you?
Oh, on Twitter, hey, as Bianca Zelda. Thanks. I'm also a member of the Broadswords. You can also find us as up at the Broadswords.
And I've been Casey. I'm playing Bahan, the murder hobo Kunari rogue, and you can also find me on Twitter at Child of Ginevra and on. Oh my god, I'm on so many podcasts.
Everyone should listen to the Lucky Die in addition to the Broadswords. It's great. In addition, of course, to Taking Initiative. All fantastic.
I also have the Poplar Kids podcast and Remember X Not a Test. Check those out also.
Did you have a Kickstarter going? I feel like I remembered something you talking about.
Oh,
Anyway.
we did, but no, the thing I was talking about is we're still working on that. But,
Okay, cool.
Look for book coming out this summer.
Hey, my name's Morgan. I've been Emmylou, your human flet. And you can find me on Twitter at ThistleRaven. And you can also find me on the Taking Initiative podcast, TI_pod at Twitter. I run that Twitter as well, so you can say hi to me there. And I love you all.
Oh. And I've been Riana, playing Athven, coming back from a long dad nap to a long dad bag of crap, but it's fine. We'll get through it. We will get through it. I am DIY Ferret on Twitter, where you can see me cry about the current state of the world and my ferret, and also Animal Crossing.
Is your GoFundMe still up for mint?
It's not quite a GoFundMe. Sorry. So, a little side, I have a little ferret, and we're going to the vet tomorrow to get her checked up because she has quite a big medical complication. And it's not quite a GoFundMe, but I do have quite, not a bunch of buttons, but I have cute little buttons. I don't have one on me to show, but I have cute little buttons of her if you'd like to buy one.
Yeah, DM at DIY Ferret to help out a sweet baby ferret in need.
A little baby ferret. I will tell you that she looks. One second. She looks like this. A little face.
So cute.
This is basically Mint as a plush, and she's awful and terrible, but you know what? We love her anyway. And just want to say, everybody, thank you, and stay safe and sexy out there.
Yeah.
Definitely. I love that. Good note to end on. Stay safe and stay sexy. All right, my friends, we will see you back in 2 weeks. I cannot wait as we conclude this epic battle. Yeah, bye all.